Welcome everyone to another video. This is a second playthrough of the game 270. It's on Steam, and yes, it's a political game. We run for president. I played this once before for the channel. I played as former Ohio Governor Kasich, because out of all the Republican candidates that they offer if you play on the game at the time, he was the least problematic, in my opinion. But I think this time we're going to play as a Democratic candidate. Now, of course, this is a bit out of date because he's not running anymore, but we love you, Joe. But he's not running anymore. We have Hillary, who should have won back in 2016, Pete Buttigieg, Bernie Sanders, Dean Phillips. Surprising that they have him on here, since he did run as a Democrat for the 2024 nomination, but did not win. And the late, great Ruth Bader Ginsburg. But I think just because he is the current president and he was running up until a month or so ago, we'll play as President Biden. And I'm not paying for any of the extra add-ons. I'm playing the free version, so I'll just play it as it gives it to me. And we're going to choose who we're going to run against. Since this is going to go for the general, we cannot run against another Democrat. And I think since he is the Republican nominee, we're going to run against douchebag McFucktoid. Because fuck Trump. Game loading, and I had to turn the music for the game off because the game's music is so loud. And it doesn't give you the option to lower its volume. It just has the option to turn it off. So I turned off the game's audio, but kept the sound effects on just so there's some audio for us to listen to other than my annoying, nauseating voice. Choose states to spend your funds. We're going to start with my home state. As much as we can for that state. We're going to go for Ohio. And Pennsylvania, we're going to put a little bit in Pennsylvania. And Michigan. Don't have enough of that one. Or 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 that one. Okay, we're going to DC. We're going to put some in DC. Intern, and see how good or terrible we just did. Of course, he's going for a big conservative, even though he is not a conservative. So far, so good, but as I know from this game's past, it's easy at first, but then you get fucked over towards the end when all the chips are on the table. You can easily get fucked over, and you really want to go for groups. And he's going for big conservative, even though he is not a conservative at all. He is nothing like a true conservative. Let's try national groups, the youth vote. We could really use the youth vote. And put some in Ohio, because Ohio could be important. And of course, he's going for the evangelicals. Because if you win these groups here, you get more funding, more money to put in your campaign funds, to put towards more states, to give you a higher chance of winning. Just like true politics. Turn 3. Go back to some of this, put a little bit more into this. Because I really, really want to get some extra funding, so I really want to go for these national groups. Aha, more funding. The extra $25,000 really comes in handy. It allows me a little bit more into this. Putting a lot of money into that, and it kind of affects me over a little bit for some funding for states. But I mean, winning that is that's an extra $50,000 for my campaign funds, which could help me out if I'm lucky. Because I would be embarrassed to lose to this fuckwad even in a video game. And my next turn, I should easily get the full youth vote. Party funding. I'm not paying $1.50 for extra party funding. I will earn the party funding, just like that. Even if I do fuck myself over, at least I'm trying by going for two groups that I really think Biden and any serious Democratic candidate would go for. Because you desperately need the youth vote. Yes, more funding for the campaign. And unlike Mr. Wiggs a lot, we're actually putting our campaign funds towards the campaign and not for offshore accounts. Yes, more money for the campaign. Now we'll focus on some states. And see how well I did or terrible I did. And of course, he's going for the gun lobby. Of course, he's going to go for that sweet NRA money, isn't he? So far, we're ahead in the electors, but again, this game can really fuck you over towards the end. Hell, even in the middle, it can sometimes fuck you over. What other groups are there? Other than big conservative and evangelicals, because I wouldn't even try for those, because there's no way in hell these who would go for Biden. Because evangelicals are not real Christians. They're Christian nationalists, and they're just terrible people. Oh, the women's movement. He would never go for the women's movement, but I would. He's trying for New Mexico. Well, we tied. I do know that if we can successfully fully get a state completely, then that's our state. Sorry. And he can't take it from us. But if we tie, none of us gets the state's votes because it's a conflict and we have to try again. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and just take Pennsylvania. Yeah. A little bit more in Michigan and Indiana. And I have locked in Pennsylvania. He's trying for Vermont. Oh, come on now. That's just false advertising there. Trump would never go for the women's movement group. Oh, come on now. He doesn't care about the labor workers. Doesn't care about any workers, not even the people that he had working for himself. I took for a month from you. Hee hee. Could always use more money for the campaign. We're gonna go ahead and just take Vermont and Nevada. So that way there's 2 states at least he won't be getting along with Pennsylvania. And I'm here trying to do the impossible and have a Democrat win my home state. The first time since 1996, because the last time the state voted blue nationally was 1996. Oops, not that yet. I want to do the impossible. The cojones on him going for California. This is going to be a very interesting looking map. There's hardly ever any red ever since the 70s, 80s. Well, since the 80s, really, with Reagan. Got to make some moves in some more states just to be safe. Yeah. Hmm. Damn. Hey, that wasn't as bad as I thought it would be for that round. But she's not over yet, and I'm hoping I don't lose. New York, New York. Make moves all over New England. Conflict. Why is there always a conflict in states that I really want to get? And the funny thing is, even if he hits 270 before the end of the game, it's still not over yet. Oh, look, how the irony. He's right where he was when he lost in 2020. Because the funny thing about the 2020 election was a complete reversal of the 2016 election, because Trump won in 2016 by 306 to 232, and in 2020 he lost 306 to 232. Mine. That I am making some moves for some blue states. I mean, for some red states. Surprisingly. You didn't expect a Democrat to go for the red states, but it had happened. I mean, Obama took Indiana in 2008, and Biden took Georgia in 2020. So, okay, just getting some extra blue on the map. Well, he locked in Colorado. But we're fighting for Georgia, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Ugh. There's a conflict here. The conflict. Nope, apparently not. Aha. He's trying to make a last minute play for Alaska. Hee hee. Oops, I need to see what other groups there are. We can forget the gun lobby, and I think somehow he's winning this. That's all the groups there are, unfortunately. Damn. Mine. He tried. That's a fever dream for him, winning Oregon completely. And now we're making some plays in Tennessee. Battle the next chance of this, the final 10 to make some progress. Just gonna go ahead and do that and hope I can hold it. All right, let's see how terrible we do, because I don't have a good feeling about this. Although I think at the beginning I should have made that interesting by introducing a third-party candidate to give us a little more competition. I think it has, unfortunately. Although not as bad as I thought I would have taken the beating. It was just under 100 votes. I lost by 90 votes. This is a very, very strange map. I mean, there's blue where blue definitely wouldn't be. There's red where red definitely wouldn't be. This is a map you would have seen the last time in the late 80s. But you wouldn't have seen this map post 89. So this is a very red where red is not supposed to be anymore, and blue where blue shouldn't be anymore. I mean, 224 electoral votes out of this is a bit of blue, not too bad, I suppose. Not bad at all. So this has been 270, number 2. Oh boy, not the result I wanted. But we all know he's not going to win. He's going to lose. He's going to cry about it. And then he's going to get a nice friend in Rikers. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.